Hello, everybody. So, our warm up today is what elements are found in an informative text. As always, it's in your OneNote binder. Today is the 17th, so make sure you get it dated and get your warm up down. So, now that you have your warm up, we're going to move into vocabulary. Remember, our root this week is sub, and sub means underneath or below. And the word I want you to think about today is subsist. So subsist is a verb, meaning it's an action, and it means to maintain or support oneself, especially at a minimal level. So it almost means kind of like exist, but it's not just the simple fact of like being there, being present, being real, being alive. It's a little bit of a step up, and it's supporting yourself, but at a minimal level. So in a sentence, subsist is thousands of refugees subsist on international handouts. Those refugees support themselves at that basic or like underlying level with international handouts. So I want you to think about one thing that you can subsist on alone. What is it that keeps you going? What is it that kind of helps you plug along at a minimal level, like that base, that underlying level? Think about it. I know mine personally is probably, this sounds bad, but like ice cream makes me subsist at a minimal level. I swear, if I just have ice cream, I'm good. We've got calcium, we've got a little bit of fat, just a little bit, I tell myself, just a little bit of fat to keep me going. And you know, if you add fruit to it, then you've got fiber. So that's mine. In a Schoology message, make sure you message me yours. All right, so as you guys saw, we are going to start our pre-writing and planning. If you go into our course for today, yesterday you had time to make up some assignments. If you haven't done that, please make sure you get it to me. Your grades are due today. But if you go into today's folder, you will see that we're writing an informative speech that explains the effects of Charlie's operation. Today, we're just developing a thesis and an introduction that addresses the topic and central ideas of Charlie's speech. So you'll go into pre-writing and planning. And remember, you've got the My Document button here. You'll click on that. We are going to go over the rubric in class. Please make sure that you read this on your own. Remember, we're shooting for 4s all the way around, and you are graded on your focus and organization, your evidence and elaboration, and of course your conventions. When you open up the planning, this is really getting into that introduction and organization part of your rubric. So your prompt is, you have read about Charlie's intellectual transformation, the research he is a part of, and the knowledge he gains from his experience. Imagine yourself as Charlie at the beginning of June, 10 weeks after the experimental surgery. Write an informative speech that answers the question, what has happened to you so far as a result of the experiment, and what do you predict will happen to you as time progresses? So what we're doing in this writing piece is taking on, putting ourselves in Charlie's shoes. We're going to become Charlie and write a speech as if we're Charlie. And the important thing to remember is that this is 10 weeks after the experimental surgery. So he's at the top of his intellectual game. We are going to today really focus on the topic of our speech, some central ideas within our speech, and then how to set up a thesis and an introduction. So this document guides you through all parts of the process and leads you to actually typing your introduction. So today what your job is to read over that rubric and then get started on this piece. And remember that you are going to click exit when you're finished, and then the submit button over here when you're done. So if you have any questions, please message me. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow.